Hey everybody, it's Miss Kim. Have you been having so much fun or what? This online VBS has been so cool and I've been so excited to share it with you. The chatting and everything and the heart liking and the pictures you've been sending and the God sightings you've been sending, they have all been so awesome to be a part of and to watch. So thank you for doing this. I hope you're having as much fun as we are at my house, and I hope you continue to have fun. We have 3 nights left. Today is day 3, and so we have more games and snacks and everything. Don't forget, still send the God sightings. I'd love for everybody to be a part of this at least once, to have your video in the daily videos, and also make sure if you're working hard at home, earning some money, if you want to donate toward the alpacas in Ecuador or our teacher goodie bags, make sure you check out the notes section on the video that you're watching on the live platform. If not, I'll have these posted to our Facebook pages, so make sure you're searching us out and following us on Facebook. And keep working hard to do that, because being a part of Mission as a family is really, really important. Enjoy day 3, guys.
Welcome back, travelers. Who's on board for another adventure on the Rocky Railway? Here, we're discovering that Jesus' power pulls us through.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us whole and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. We stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Trusting in you. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you.
Did you guys know that trains talk to each other? Well, they don't really talk, but they communicate. So listen to this and see if you can guess what the train is trying to say. What do you think that train said?
It had 3 short blasts, and 3 short blasts mean the train is backing up.
Well, we can all use our senses to find evidence of God. Like yesterday, I went out to our garden and I saw Carol, and she was picking stuff from the garden, and she had a bucket, a bushel full of cucumbers. We love cucumbers in our house. We're talking like 50 of them. And I just thought, wow, awesome. Thank you, God. But what's something that you guys have heard or seen or experienced that reminded you of God's power, joy, and creativity? What were your guys' God sightings?
I see God in the sunrise. I see God that people are come. At the zoo. When I pray. When you're in heaven. I see God playing with unicorns. In heaven. See God in the sky. I see God's love in our family.
So train whistles are big and bold because they have very important messages to communicate. Sometimes God needs us to be bold too. Have you guys ever had to be bold? I think one time I was bold was at work when I had to tell the students at the school I work at something really important to keep them safe. I had to be loud and tell them something they might not want to hear.
So sometimes we've got to stand up for what we believe. We've got to say things that aren't that popular, that may not be what everybody usually thinks. But being bold can be hard. But I've got good news for you, okay? We're not in it alone. We're not in it alone. And that's our Bible point today, is that Jesus' power helps us be bold. Trust Jesus. Toot, toot. Jesus is with us wherever we go. So let's sing a song to remind ourselves of that.
God of heaven and earth, you are amazing. You hold me up with your hand. You give me faith, and I will put my hope in you alone. In you alone. God of heaven and earth, you are amazing. You hold me up with your hand. You give me faith, and I will put my hope in you alone. In you alone.
I will put
wonder what Bold Bible Memory Buddy is going to help us to remember that Jesus helps us be bold. Trust Jesus. Toot, toot.
Is everyone on board for another exciting day? I'm roaring to go. My name is Sierra, and I'm a mountain lion. Now, you might think lions only belong in Africa, but North America has their lions too. My friends and I go by other names like pumas, panthers, catamounts, and cougars. That's because I live all over the western part of the globe, and different people have different names for me. In fact, aside from humans, no other mammal covers such a large range of territory. I am one cool cat, aren't I? My tawny fur doesn't start out like this. As a baby, I had spots. I think God gave me those so I'd blend in with the tall grass where my mother hid me. After my brothers and sisters and I were old enough to hunt, we left our pride and went out on our own. Most of the time, I'm pretty quiet. After all, if I'm making a lot of noise, it's gonna be hard for me to sneak up on my lunch. Shh, be quiet. A girl's gotta eat. Of course, there are times when I need to make a big, bold noise. Even though I look a lot like a lion, I don't roar. I've got a pretty intimidating scream, though. Isn't that the cat's meow? When I need to catch a meal, I have to move fast. I'm glad God gave me such powerful legs to run, jump, and pounce. Without those mighty muscles, I'd go hungry. God made my legs so powerful, mountain lions can jump up to 18 feet high and 40 feet long. That'd be like me jumping on top of your house. God created me with muscles to leap and pounce. Sometimes you need to boldly leap or pounce on an opportunity. Maybe it's hard to be bold when you need to make a new friend. Tell the truth. Or boldly talk about Jesus. The Bible has this powerful promise for you. He gives power to the weak and strength to the powerless. You can trust that Jesus' power will give you the strength you need to be bold. Jesus is right with you, cheering you on all the way. Pounce on the opportunity. Jesus' power helps us be bold. Trust Jesus.
We trust.
Welcome back, friends. It's Miss Shalia and Sparky here for day 3 of Rocky Railway here at VBS. And today we are learning about Jesus' power helps us be bold.
Ooh, I like that word, bold.
Sparky, I couldn't hear them.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, here we go again. Day 3, right? Bible points. You guys know what to do, right? You're going to tell us that what? Trust Jesus. So here we go. We're going to practice it one more time, Sparky, but shh, we have to listen to them. Okay.
All right, get a little excited.
All right, today we're learning about Jesus' power helps us be bold.
Ooh, I heard it.
Oh, I did too. I think we could add some jazz hands for like be bold. Like I think like when I think of bold, I think like, oh yeah, right there.
We can ring the bell here too.
That's true. True.
So trust Jesus, Miss Shalia.
I know, trust Jesus. I love the fact that this is a reminder for all of us to trust Jesus. Sometimes it can get hard, you know?
Oh, yeah. Things can be difficult.
They can.
But Jesus makes it easier some days.
Jesus make it, yeah, he does make it easier. So, today's Bible story is from the book of Acts in the Bible, chapter 3 and chapter 4. And it starts out with a man who was a beggar and he couldn't walk.
What? Oh my, that's awful. Did he get better?
He did,
because of two men, Peter and John. Good guys. They boldly, ooh, I like that word, boldly, there's a jazz hands. They boldly used the name of Jesus to heal him. And it was an amazing sight for all of those who saw it.
Wait, they just used his name and he healed him? I bet they could hardly believe it. The power of Jesus is huge.
The power of Jesus is huge.
That's exciting.
It is very exciting. It sure is. As you can imagine, that miracle sparked quite a commotion. Like, it caused some drama, right? Drama, llama, is what we say in our house. A huge crowd gathered, and that's when the second incredibly bold thing happened. Peter and John stood up and started teaching about Jesus. It was...
Wow.
I know. They just stood up and they started talking about Jesus right there at that very moment. Oops, sorry. And they told the crowd who Jesus was and that Jesus had died for their sins. And they told the crowd that they needed Jesus. And that made some people really angry. Like, throw some eggs at you angry.
Yikes. I don't know how, but it sounds like these people all weren't fans of Jesus at all.
You know, that it kind of comes with the territory, right? You're right. Some people, including a lot of Jerusalem's leaders, thought Jesus was a liar.
What?
They thought Christians who talked about Jesus were liars too.
Oh, man.
That makes me wonder something. When is it hard or unpopular for you to talk about Jesus?
You know, the more I think about it, sometimes when I talk to some friends and things, it can be hard to talk about Jesus because not everybody believes the same way. It's tough. Now that I think about it even more, some people just have a hard time talking about faith, period.
It is very hard. And it sounds like you kind of felt what they felt in the story. So you kind of had an idea what things were like for Christians in Jerusalem. And that leaders there got so mad at Peter and John that they had guards seize them up and keep them in jail for the night. The leaders told Peter and John to quit talking about Jesus or else.
I bet they weren't feeling very bold right then.
Right? They would probably feel a little hopeless. So Peter and John had to make a decision. They had to stay quiet, be safe, or keep talking about Jesus and get in a lot of trouble. But Peter and John thought that there were things about things about Jesus that people should know. They wanted to share that with everybody. So they boldly told the leaders, we can't obey you instead of Jesus. We're not going to stop telling people what we've seen or heard.
Wow, that was bold. They stood up and stood for what they believed in.
They did, and that was like an amazing part, right? So I'm wondering who boldly told you about Jesus and who you might tell. Or, at home, who can you share the story with?
Miss Shalia, you boldly tell me about Jesus.
Aw, well, I'm trying. We're learning together, right? Every single day we're learning more about Jesus. I'm learning more about the Word, right?
Yeah, it can be anywhere. But what happened to Peter and John? Did they get into trouble?
Well, that's a good question because, usually at home we're taught, don't get in trouble, don't do anything to get in trouble or time out. And here we are learning about a story about them getting in trouble for talking about Jesus. So the angry leaders threatened them and commanded them not to talk about Jesus anymore. Then they let Peter and John go. And the men went back to their Christian friends and told them what had happened. Do you know what their friends did? Do you know? They prayed together and they asked God for courage. I know we all need courage when it comes to being bold in what we believe. But you're surrounded by friends here who want to remind you that you never have to face anything alone.
That's a great story, Miss Shalia. I bet they kept being bold.
I bet you're right.
Do we have to say bye now?
We do. I'm sure they're a little bit busy. Plus, they need to move on to their next station.
Okay. One more time, everyone. Jesus' power helps us be bold.
I wasn't ready, Sparky. We gotta do it again.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't ready. Sorry. Okay, I got my sign. We're gonna read it together, and you guys are gonna say something really important. Are you ready? Okay, Sparky. All right.
I'm ready.
Okay, let's go. Jesus' power helps us be bold.
Well, I heard him.
I heard it too. Thank you so much for joining us on day 3 here at Rocky Railway. We're going to see you tomorrow for day 4.
Choo-choo, all aboard.
Choo-choo, all aboard.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all.
Conductor Donnie. I'm Engineer Paul. Engineer Zach. Engineer Clay. Engineer Kyle. Welcome to day 3.
Hi everybody and welcome to day 3. So today we're going to talk about being bold. Now being bold can be scary, it can be a little bit risky, but remember that God helps us do scary things and helps us be bold.
Trust Jesus!
Alright, so today's game is called Bold Bop. And there's 2 different ways that you can play it. It's a lot like volleyball. So for you older kids that are good at volleyball, you can use a regular ball. For your younger kids or those that just want to practice a little bit first, you can also use it with a balloon. It's a little bit easier, but it's just as fun. So the goal is to see how many times you and your friend or you and whoever you're playing with can hit the ball and keep it in the air, and you want to be bold and go for it and try to get as many as you can in a row. If the ball drops, that's totally fine. You can start over and you can play again. So let's see how it goes. We have enough of us that I think we're going to make a circle. Are we ready?
Ready.
Now, the rule is after you hit it, you can't hit it again. The next person has to hit it back to you. So you got to make sure that you hit it and you give somebody else room to go after it. Are we ready, guys?
Ready.
Ready. All right.
Be bold! Trust Jesus! We got this, guys. All right, I got it.
Oh, good save.
Got it. Johnny, you got it, Kyle. Over here, Johnny. That's okay. We'll get it next time.
I messed it up every time.
That's okay. Great.
Here we go. All right.
Good job.
Nice hit, Paul. Paul with the save.
Watch out. Here it comes backward.
Challenge number 3. Use your feet.
Your knee has never been that high.
Back.
This is hard. Try again.
So, I think one thing we learned in this game is that it is a whole lot easier to work as a team instead of just by yourself. Remember, sometimes it's harder to think about others than it is to think about yourselves, and sometimes that's a bold decision. But like we've been saying, Jesus' power helps us be bold.
Trust Jesus!
Good job, Zach.
Feel it in the air right now. It's all around, I see it everywhere. This train is bound for glory, this train.
Hey guys, welcome to day number 3 on our choo-choo snack train, and today we're going to talk a little bit about what gives us power and what gives train power.
Alright, so today we have the coal, or our snack is going to be coal, which is on a train.
And what powers the train?
That's right, it's what powers the train and makes the train go. And we are going to just open our Oreo bags. You should each have an Oreo bag. And you can crunch them up if you want to make it a little more fun, or not. And you can put it on your plate, and there's your coal that's going to power you through this day.
So Jesus' power helps us be bold. Trust Jesus.
All right, before you eat your snack, though, we're going to have Miss Maya do a little prayer.
Around this table, here to pray, first we thank you for the day. For our family and friends, gifts of grace that heaven lends, living water, daily bread, countless blessings our God sends. Thank you, Jesus, for them all. For the great ones and the small. When we're happy and when we're sad, on the good days and on the bad days, we are grateful, we are glad. Amen.
Melanie, what's our question?
The question is, if you could make a train that could do anything, what would your train do?
My train would be invisible.
Invisible. Quinny, what would your train do?
Fly.
Your train would fly. All right, well, we can't wait to hear what your answers are, and we'll be back here tomorrow for day number 4.
That's right.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.
This train is bound for glory. This God of heaven and earth, you are amazing. You hold me up with your...
Welcome back to KidVid Cinema. I'm so glad you came back and joined us again. Today we're going to watch another story about a real kid just like you. So I'm glad today that we're going to discover that Jesus' power helps us to be bold. Trust Jesus. Did you say it? I think I heard you. In our video, you're going to meet a girl named Lauren who trusts Jesus to boldly share her love of Jesus with others. Let's watch this video and see what being bold can really look like.
Meet Lauren. She's your pretty typical kid. She loves Legos and animals.
These are freshwater fish. Mine is Peaches. My brother's is Green Lantern. My sister's is Uma.
She loves learning.
My favorite subject in school is writing. I did write. This is kind of like a comic book.
She also loves cruising around her basement on her scooter and bouncing on trampolines. Lauren also serves Jesus in a big, bold way by serving at her local food kitchen.
I saw all the people who didn't have food, so I wanted to help them. My first time I served in community kitchen, I tried it in California and I wanted to do it here. So I told my mom and she found a place and she said I can go.
First thing, she meets with her crew to get a plan for the day.
What we need to get done so far.
It feels nice and it feels like God wants me to do this because it's important that people who don't have very much things, that we need to care for them. I am the drink and dessert person. When I do desserts, I walk back and forth taking down desserts and putting them on a table.
Once everything is set up, they say a prayer before everyone is served.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the food that we have done.
It's time to start serving.
When they start, we have to pour the drinks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow! Isn't it cool to see Lauren's boldness as she serves and meets all these grown-ups?
You're welcome. We serve juice, we serve milk, and we serve coffee, hot chocolate. It makes me feel bold when I show them that I care about them and that they are important and that we should care for them. And they're always happy when I'm there. That makes me feel good. Welcome.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Lauren enjoys serving so much, she invites others to serve with her.
My brother wants to go with me, so he'll come next time.
In the Bible, the book of Isaiah tells us, He gives power to the weak and strength to the powerless.
God has given me the power to show people that they matter and that it's kind to care for people who need stuff and who are just on the streets, who don't have food, who don't have homes. They need stuff, and I've got the power from God to show them that they matter.
Jesus' power helps us be bold.
I really liked Lauren's story, how she could be bold and share her love of Jesus with other people who might have never heard of Jesus before. I think it might have been a little scary to go down and serve in the kitchen, to serve bold food to complete strangers and not know them. But Lauren was able to do that because she so wanted to tell these people about the love that she has for Jesus. She was very bold. Maybe you wanted to tell someone at school about Jesus. Or maybe someone was having a hard time and you wanted to say, I will pray for you. But you were kind of embarrassed or kind of not courageous enough to actually do that. Let's talk today with our groups about some things and some times that you maybe haven't felt so bold, and some things that you can do to be bolder, to share your love of Jesus. All right, so we do have a Bible verse today, and today's verse comes from Isaiah. So Isaiah is also in the Old Testament. It's just a little bit farther than Psalms, which was in the middle. So it's getting close to the New Testament because Isaiah was a prophet. So he was able to tell everybody what God was saying. God would go to him and say, Isaiah, go tell my people this, and Isaiah would tell people. So this is Isaiah 40:29, and it says, He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Man, there's a lot of times I'm weary. Do you know what weary means? It means tired. There's a lot of times I'm just worn out, and I would love for God to give me strength and increase my power, because I'm weak sometimes too. So Jesus' power can give us boldness that we might not always have on our own. And if you look at Lauren, she did something that was probably really scary, and she just trusted that Jesus would help her to be bold and to be able to do that. That is so cool. I love that. I love that she did that. So let's take this verse to heart today. What are some things you could do to be bold, to serve others and show the love of Jesus? It's kind of hard to do right now because you can't really get out and serve in the community, maybe serve food like Lauren did. But maybe that's something you could do in the future. But right now, maybe you could participate in our Operation Kid to Kid, where we are raising money to buy alpacas for people in Ecuador. Or maybe when you go to school, you could decide to study to be a doctor or a minister, and you could be bold enough to share the love of Jesus and serve others for the rest of your life. So that was a great story. Figure out how to be bold this week. And I will see you back here tomorrow, and I can't wait to see what tomorrow's story is about.
Welcome back to Imagination Station, day number 3. I am Miss Sandy, and this is Miss Carly, and I hope you brought your imagination today. Did anyone did you, Miss Carly?
Yep.
I sure did, and I hope you all guys did, because we are going to need it so much today. So today we're going to try to see what happens with our eagle and how far it's going to fly, and Miss Carly is going to show us. So Miss Carly?
Okay, so you're going to have your eagle and your wings, and you're just going to put your wings in the eagle, and then put the little plastic piece you got, and it just goes right on its nose. So we're going to see how it flies.
What about this piece, Miss Carly? What do you think that's going to do?
Let's see. Let's put it on the back here. Now let's try it.
Oh, that's good. Thanks. All right. Just remember, without the extra piece, it's just like in our own lives, without Jesus in our lives, it's His power helps us be bolder. Well, I hope you have fun building these at home, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Welcome to our Rocky Wrap-Up, terrific travelers. I hope that you have had mountains of fun today. Today we discovered that Jesus' power helps us to be bold. Trust Jesus.
So So our Bible buddy, Sierra, is a mountain lion who sometimes likes to be quiet. Other times, we learn that maybe they're going to pounce like a mountain lion.
Can you guys pounce?
Can you guys pounce like a mountain lion? Ready? Do it.
So we are learning a lot about trains and tracks and trips on our rocky railway. And sometimes trains take passengers through scenic tours of the mountains. They're so beautiful. And it's lovely and mountainous, and it's not flat at all, like our table here. The mountains have lots of ups and downs. So we are going to make some mountains here. Let's see if we can find some mountains. All right, we got some mountains, very mountainous. All right, so sometimes trains have to cross deep valleys to get from one mountain to the other mountain. They can't go straight across, right? So I have a train, they would, and I have a train right here, and I'm going to see if he can get from this mountain to this mountain. It's not going to work, right? So, what do you think could help my train cross between the mountains?
Zip line.
Could be. So, when you design and build things like zip lines or bridges, it's called engineering, which is crazy because you're an engineer, right? That's so crazy. So that's amazing that engineers can build bridges, but also drive trains. They don't just build bridges. They can build theme parks and skyscrapers and anything, really.
And ride zip lines.
So we are going to be engineers and build a bridge. But the only thing I have here to build a bridge, will you hold my train engineer, Brian, is this piece of paper. And it's not going to be the best tool, I don't think, but I think we can get it to work. So if I put it really gently here, maybe it will work.
What do you guys think?
What do you think?
Think that's going to work?
I'm going to try. Okay, ready, set, woo-woo! Ah! Why didn't that work?
That did not work.
The bridge is not strong enough, but this paper is all we have. I don't have any wood or metal.
Maybe I should have built that. I was the engineer.
Right, I mean, that would have been better, I guess. But unfortunately, I'm the one that I have to do this. So I think maybe if we change the paper a little bit, we will use the same paper, but we're going to make it stronger. And we're going to see if we can get this to work. Okay, let's see. Maybe if I do a little bit of engineering myself. Do this and a little bit of this. How am I doing, engineer Brian?
Oh,
Little foldy fold. Oh, maybe I'll fold again right here. I think that.
Are you sure? Are you sure you want to do that?
I'm just winging it.
Okay, all right.
Just winging it. All right, I think I'm almost done. It looks pretty good to me. What do you think? I folded a couple times, and it's the same paper, but maybe if we put it across, see it fits.
That
what do you think?
is pretty cool.
What do you guys think? You think it's going to work? All right, same train, same paper. Let's go. Ready, set, go! It worked!
High five.
Wow! So what was different this time? It is that everything else is the same, except for we made a couple folds, didn't we? So a few little changes made our paper strong enough to do something pretty surprising. I didn't put any extra paper or glue or anything on it, but it still made a pretty strong bridge. And something you might notice is that our bridge kind of has some triangle shapes forming here. And triangles can make our bridge really strong.
So today we're learning again that Jesus' power helps us be bold. Trust Jesus. So help me finish this sentence, okay? Are you following me? Someone who's bold is... What do you think?
I think brave.
Brave. That's a good one. What about courageous?
Strong.
Strong. That's another good one. Someone who's bold could be all of those, okay? But maybe you don't feel bold or strong or courageous right now. But Jesus' power can change something inside of us, sort of like that fold changed a simple piece of paper and made an awesome bridge. Will you guys pray with me? Jesus, sometimes we feel weak when it comes to standing up for you or talking about you. Wrap your power around us and help us be bold and strong and courageous. Amen. All right, engineers, let's get this train across the valley. All right, y'all aboard?
All aboard! Got my train ready.
All right, congratulations, engineers. By working together, you are keeping the train on track this week. Because when we share Jesus' power with our friends, they can be bold too. Because remember, Jesus' power helps us be bold. Trust Jesus. Let's sing a song to end our time together, okay? And we will see you guys back here tomorrow on the rails.
Bye, guys.
This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. 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 Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train.
Okay, now let's bring it down.
This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. Oh, this train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train.